All right. Welcome in, everyone. It's been chilling from the Plan B League. This is a little bit different. This is the Sophomore League. We've got a little bit lower tier competitors here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing as far as race viewership goes. I actually really like watching quote-unquote lower tier runners. I heard a lot of down talking to the sophomore freshman leaguers, you know, the new players, quote-unquote. But honestly, I think a sub 110 is pretty sick in this game. Honestly. But I am not alone in the booth here. I am joined by Nurse Allison Rose this afternoon. How you doing?
I am good, thank you. Still popping off from those Plan B races. They're pretty epic.
Yeah, they're pretty sick. Not gonna lie, that PB out of G-Man was definitely... I mean, I don't think it was unexpected. I think everyone knew G-Man was due for a PB, but it was definitely good to see.
You know, you never expect a PB in a race, especially at as high of a level of the Plan B racers. Alright, we got our SMO any % sophomore league here, Funk Factory versus Tharoah.
Yeah,
I don't know if I pronounced that right.
You pronounced it Tharoah.
Tharoah?
I'm just gonna rip on Tharoah the whole comms. I'm just gonna let you know now. This is gonna be me trash talking Tharoah for an hour. But
Friend of yours?
yeah, I've known Tharoah for some time now, a couple years.
Okay. Let's see. You know, some trash talk is a good thing.
I didn't say some trash talk. I said literally the entire hour, and I'm not really exaggerating. I'll try to be nice, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
Are you like one of his mods or something?
Yeah. Tharoah was like one of the first friends I made on Twitch when I started streaming in 2018.
Ah, okay.
So hopefully he's listening, so I can throw him off.
Looks like he's not currently deafened, so probably listening.
Oh, Tharoah is in the call. Nice. Epic.
Yeah, and he's not deafened either, so he
I
might
mean,
be
I
listening
didn't
to us.
say anything. Tharoah's, you know, my best bud and very good at SMO, and yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
That's all
definitely
there is to
listening
say.
for
No,
sure.
no. They're already up in the chat.
Alright, looks like we're going to be seeing two different routes in Sand Kingdom. Most likely we see Funk Factory here setting up for Daylight Savings Time abuse, but Tharoah is not.
Yeah, Tharoah goes for some boomer strats, that's for sure.
Okay. So probably learned how to play based off the small int tutorials?
Yes, sort of, I think. I'm not super ultra familiar with everything in the small suggestion video or whatever the heck you want to call it. The
Tutorials.
yeah,
Small Ant made a series of tutorials around like 2018 or so that give you a rough guide how to speedrun this game, but it is based on 1.0. If you're looking for more current tutorials, you can check out Tomshi with 3 eyes.
oh yeah,
He has
Tomshi's
more-
sick. I've watched some Tomshi videos. Tharoah is starting off really good here, running without a timer and also running without game audio. So give me a sec to get the timer started here to make sure they were synced.
Okay, sure.
Speedrunners, if you enter a speedrun tournament, make sure you use a timer. Very, very necessary in order to determine your speedrun times. It's happened quite a few times that I have people show up for a speedrun race and they don't even have a timer on their layout. It's actually happened. It's actually happened a couple times where I didn't even catch it until the race started. I think one time neither racer had a timer.
Oh, goodness.
But,
I mean, for leaderboard purposes, all the runs are retimed. But, you know, in races, it's, you know, on your end, you know, it's easier to get synced when you have a timer.
Yeah, it also gets kind of tricky when you get into like retiming and stuff. If you if you don't have a timer, just if you have like frame drops and stuff, because then it's like,
Well, I'm good friends with one of the leaderboard verifiers, and he says that they don't use your splits timer, so... Alright, heading up here into the topper fight, both runners taking the safe right side approach.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less. Definitely going to be seeing a lot of consistent strategies going on in these runs.
On the last race I commentated, there was one runner who was basically going for every single trick in the book.
Are you talking about in the freshman sophomore leagues, or?
Yes.
Who was it?
Yeah. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I know Chinoa was going for like 8 million strats, but I can't think of
No,
anybody
it
else.
wasn't them. But they went for late clip, they went for nut clip. What else did they go for?
Oh, yeah, we got to get that prediction so people can farm some points.
They also did birdless mech with topper acquired.
So I'm hoping for the upset here. I know I'm supposed to be unbiased because I'm a commentator, but Tharoah hasn't been playing a lot of SMO. Actually retired from SMO, I think about 7 times in the last year. So definitely, he says he's rusty, but I think it's just a perpetual lack of like commitment to running the game. You know, if you take breaks all the time, it's really hard to build up consistency, especially when you're not, you know, updating strats and grinding ILs and stuff like that. Although,
yeah, agreed. Any percent is one of those categories where you really do have to stay fresh.
Yeah, I mean, everybody talks like, you know, oh yeah, you know, 101 runners, you know, it's so easy, you know, just get that, like, consistent movement, you got a 101 easy, but, like, I don't know, I've been running this game for a few months now, and I have, like, a 114 or something, and, like, to be fair, I haven't been grinding that much, but, like, I feel like I have pretty good, like, aptitude for learning speed games, and, like, I have a lot of experience with Mario games, so, I mean, to me, getting a 105 is pretty sick.
Yeah, in the SMO community, most people will consider a player to be like, once you get a 105, they'll be like, okay, we'll start considering you as being kind of good. You know, that's kind of like the breakthrough point.
Yeah, it's kind of a curse in all speedrun communities, though. People get, like, obsessed over minute barriers. It's just like a natural thing that humans do. It's like, oh man, sub 1, that's a cool number. Like,
right.
Even though sub 1 is like borderline humanly impossible.
I mean, yeah, definitely minute barriers have been a big thing in this community since the very start. And you know, every time someone breaks another minute barrier, it's always a huge deal. You know, the first sub hour, the first 58, the first 57, like, you know, those were all really big deals. Especially in the community's perspective. You know, every time someone breaks another one of those minute barriers, the community deems them as arbitrarily better. And most people, like you said, getting a 101 definitely is not easy. It does take most people, you know, a year, 2 years to get that. With a few exceptions like Eek, people generally don't improve that fast.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like grinding too. We're not talking like, you know, turn on the console once a week, do a reset, do a couple ILs on Wednesday. Like, people will grind this game literally every day for a year, and like some people, I would say a lot of people won't even get like down to like a 104, 103. Like, I've seen a lot of people run this game for multiple years. Not super like grindy, but like pretty consistently, and be stuck around like 107. Which is, I'm just going to keep talking up the sophomore and freshman league participants, because I've been hearing a lot of smack talk from the Plan B gamers, from the high level quote-unquote SMOers. And it's not a problem with SMO in particular. It's just it's hard to give credit where credit is due when you're not at the top in speedrunning. I'm not sure what it is.
Right. And I mean, the Plan B gamers gameplay compared to the freshman sophomore league is very different. And that's because they've spent 4,000, 5,000 hours in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. But both players are pretty close so far. Like to see it. Nice close race here at the beginning. Funk Factory going to be bopping that bird. Tharoah going to be grabbing the bird after grabbing this moon here. Should probably save... Okay, actually going to go for the bird late. So this is kind of the boomer route I was talking about.
They got that excellent pipe suck roll, though. You know, very clean. Like to see it.
Yeah, so we're going to see Tharoah have a pretty standard route here. Funk Factory obviously going for DSTA, going to grab this seed moon and then head over to the shop for employees only. And Tharoah's going to just do a beginner route here, grab the Sphinx, and hopefully be able to grab the bird at the end. As long as there's no movement errors, it should be pretty free.
Yeah, this definitely does look like an older route for sure, but they're not playing on Japanese, so they're not a complete boomer.
True, true. It was a few weeks ago now. I think I've told this story on the stream already, but I'm gonna tell it again. I went to one of my like Mario 64 speedrunner friends' streams, and they were running SMO. And I was like, "Hey, Japanese is not the fastest anymore. It's Chinese. Like they retimed it." And he's like, "Nah. I watched a tutorial video." I'm like, "Bruh." You know how much SMO I watched in the last 3 months? And how many people have run in Japanese? I think one person.
Alright, yeah. So Chinese is the fastest language, simplified Chinese. About 7 months ago or so, it was discovered to be faster. So if you're looking at runs from before that time period, it will be in Japanese. And to answer your question, so last summer, DSTA stands for Daylight Savings Time Abuse.
Oops.
We saw Funk Factory in the town area plant a seed. Are you laughing?
Yeah, I just accidentally dragged the title onto the screen, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well, we saw Funk Factory plant a seed in town. Those seeds normally take 20 real-time minutes to grow, but the game bases how much time has occurred based on the Switch's internal clock. So if you are to set the time for a few minutes before daylight savings time will occur on a specific day and plant the seed before it turns over, then when daylight savings times occur, an hour will pass and the seed will be instantly grown. So it's a very fast moon. There are many videos on the internet, I think Danger's made one, about DSTA that you can look up. Most people don't recommend going for it until you have a sub 6 minute cascade exit consistently.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those tricks you can just kind of start going for whenever you feel like it, whenever you feel comfortable. I mean, people say 106, I feel like that's kind of arbitrary. I mean, you can always manually go into the menu if you have a bad timing and do manual DSTA, and it's like just about as fast if you have good menuing as like, you know, an optimal sand route without DSTA. So, I don't know. It's definitely something worth considering.
It is, yes. But for the window, like for the offset to work, most people say 6:04 is about like the very latest you can leave Cascade and still make it in time. So if you leave Cascade after 6:04, then you're not going to make it in time. The seed won't grow. Is that a dog in the background?
Yeah. The unfortunate reason I have not commentated many matches recently.
I see.
Not much I can do.
No, I get it. I get it. Alright, we see Funk Factory here, leaving Sand Kingdom. They are a little bit ahead of Tharoah here. They did have a little bit more of an advanced route than Tharoah did.
Yeah, I think it's 100% the route here. Tharoah's leaving, gonna get like a 11-something sand exit, which is pretty good for this route. and the skill level we're at here. I'd say anytime you're leaving sand underneath 12 minutes and no reset, you're doing alright. When you're going for like Sphinx route especially.
You must have really been flying if you hit with the 607. You must have really been monka steering for that to work. Alright, heading here into lake.
Very unlikely we'll see a lake clip. Anybody's gonna do it, it'll be Fun Factory, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, and someone said in the chat earlier it was Spezzy that I commentated for that went for
Fun Factory, that was so scary. I thought he was gonna need an up throw there, I'm not gonna lie.
They did get it though, so that is a positive. Alright, no late clip from Funk Factory. He is down into the Cheap Cheap. And going to be passing by Dilly P95. See Tharoah here having a little bit of trouble climbing this wall. That's not the intended way. The intended way is actually to go through a whole underground pipeway, waterway, to get to this area. You're not supposed to jump over that wall.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I've ever seen the underground area. I mean, I casually played through this game after I watched speedruns of it, so I just kind of jumped over the wall, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you watch, like, the only time you really will see it is in, like, 100% run, where you have to go down there and get the seed, or, like, an all-moons run. Because there's a seed down there to plant, so you do have to go down there for that. Alright, Funk Factory here having a pretty clean Rango fight. Most speedrunners agree that most of the bunnies are fairly auto-scroller, and as long as you get your cycles down correctly, then they're pretty easy to do.
Okay, Tharoah having a little bit of struggle with that fish jump, but barely making it there. You love to see it. I'm a little concerned by all the blue team predictions in the chat. I'm kind of disappointed there's not more Tharoah support in the chat.
I mean, I don't blame them really with the almost 3-minute difference in PBs. It's not like surprising to me.
So fun fact about Tharoah speedruns. Tharoah got his 109.27, like, I think a year and a half ago or something like that. Maybe it was a year ago now. I don't know.
So this is really old then.
Yeah, so not only that, but he was, like, super grinding for that sub 110 at the time. And I was watching all the streams and, like, watching his time get closer and closer. And he finally got the 109. And he's like, I'm gonna keep grinding, I'm not even submitting this, like, this doesn't even matter, this isn't who I am, and then took a break from the game for like 3 months, never uploaded the PB, forgot to highlight the VOD, so his SRC PB is still a 116 something.
So there's no proof that run even exists?
No.
Damn, you know, there are some people in the SMO community who are no vid, no did, you know, especially at the high level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I was just a random tournament organizer and I wasn't personally there watching his speedruns at the time, I definitely would have just gone with his leaderboard PB. Actually would have gave him a lot better seeding in the tournament since he would have been in the lower tournament, or the lower bracket. And
right, yeah.
would have had a lot easier opponents than in the Sophomore League, but...
True. But having a PB that old, too, may also be a curse, you know, because they haven't gotten a run to that level in a long time.
Oh yeah, but, I mean, Tharoah has a lot of Mario knowledge, a lot of general Mario skill, so I'm not really too worried about it. Obviously, either way, he's going to be the underdog here, but I think Tharoah's playing pretty well.
I mean, we haven't really seen any significant mistakes, you know, like you said, we are seeing an older route. And we'll have to see, you know, how that comes into play, because we do see Funk Factory doing a little bit more of an updated route.
Yeah, I'm 117% sure that Tharoah will go for Warp Route here, which is probably what Funk Factory will do. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty updated route, I would say. Yeah, Funk Factory going for the Warp Route as well. Okay, going for the roll here. A little bit risky, but definitely fast. When I
getting in. Go ahead.
When I first learned this game, I had Tharoah teach me the run because he was like begging me to learn the run for like at least a year, if not 2 years. And one of the first things he taught me to do is how to roll cancel, and he was trying to teach me to roll over the gap there like Funk Factory did. And I just deep wooded like every single time. And then eventually I was just like, why don't I just cap throw and then bounce off the cap and get over here? Like,
I would think the first thing you would wanna learn would be like cap bounce.
No, he's trying to get me to do like the movement up to Spewer where you like ground pound and like jump to the left and like do the wall jumps to get up there.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
He was trying to get me to ball out. I'm like, man, I just want to finish the game, get like a 120. It's all good.
Purple coins. Let's go.
Tharoah now taking on the fuzzy room here. Going pretty
This flooded
speedy.
pipe race moon room is thought of as very consistent. There recently is a new cycle that the very top levels or runners are doing that saves 0.2 seconds. So
Yeah, Tharoah not getting the fast cycle here, but does get through the room with minimal issues. Apparently,
Yeah, I know
had a
it's-
big save, but I missed it.
I don't know, maybe they're talking about the 0.2 time save.
Yeah, true.
But you know, the very top level runners, they'll take time save literally anywhere.
Oh yeah, you'll see top runners like do some risky strat that saves 0.2 seconds that loses 2 minutes if you die very easily doing it. That's just how speedrunning is, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, one of the two.
Alright, yeah, Fug Factor here. I'm expecting them to head up to the Spewer fight since they already did the flooded pipe race moon. Yep.
So it's worth mentioning here in Group E, Funk Factory already has a win. So if Funk Factory takes the win here, it's going to be very hard for Funk Factory not to qualify for the playoff rounds. But Tharoah kind of needs this win, because Tharoah, if he doesn't win this race, he goes to 0-1, and then he's going up against Chinoe in his next race, which Chinoe is kind of crazy.
Agreed.
I was watching Chinoe, I was like, I don't think Chinoe is allowed to be in these leagues. Like, personally, I'm not a huge fan of like the freshman tournament fad. Kind of hopped on the organization train on this tournament pretty late, so we're just rolling with it, but it's kind of awkward because like if people improve too fast, then people start getting like salty and they're like, oh, this guy can't be in here, it's a freshman tournament. And then you know, there's people with like 105s, 104s that want to join, but like you gotta tell them no. It's like, I don't like it. I'd much rather just accept anybody that signs up and then have like a B tournament if needed.
Right, I mean, at the lower levels, people do improve a lot faster. You'll see people skip entire minutes.
Oh yeah.
That's fairly common in the lower level. Whereas in the higher level, people are excited if they save 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see at the end of the league. I have like a spreadsheet with all the initial PBs that people signed up with, and already there's people that have dropped like 4 to 5 minutes off their PB. It's like
I'm not surprised.
Suddenly we have 105 and 106 runners in the tournament. Okay, I think Funk Factory started out with like he signed up with a 109 like 20 or something like that.
Okay. Alright, I am expecting to see fast hats here from Funk Factory, just based on their PB. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna give it a shot. I'm not sure about Tharoah though. Stravmanib? No, it didn't work. Stravmanib refers to that white hat being on the right outer side, and it's easier to do that backflip. It refers to top level runner Stravos 96.
Let me know if Allison is too quiet, by the way. I can't hear myself versus the game and Nurse Allison Rose. It's kind of awkward having to commentate on your own restream because you're like... I've watched back a couple before where I'm just like constantly shouting over everyone because I can't hear myself.
Unfortunately, to catch you gamers up, Funk Factory did miss the fast hat on the third cycle 2 times. And then they had to go for the intended strat, as they couldn't take the intentional damage being on 1 health. So they probably did lose 20 to 30 seconds just missing up that fast hat twice.
Okay, I like this out of Tharoah. Opening up that first cloud, and then just long jump, cap jumping over the rest of it. Back when Tharoah was grinding for sub 110, I remember watching at least one, I think it was multiple runs, where he was like on hot pace, like 108 pace or something, like 109 pace, 108 pace, and then he would just like try to go like crazy fast to get over that gap and like throw the cap at a cloud and it would like pop up in his face and bonk into the abyss. And he would do it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and you could just like physically see the rage building up in his face every single time.
Yeah, those cloud platforms can very easily eat your cap, and then you don't have a cap bounce. So you can easily die there. We see Tharoah not going for fast hits. They are going for the intended strat here, so that is going to lose them sometime over Funk Factory. We did see Funk Factory here getting a clean meme tree, and they've had a clean loss so far.
Yeah, Funk Factory just had a clean entire game, except for those couple of mishaps in Cloud, which were, in my opinion, pretty minor. So hard to say what pace Funk Factory is on here, but we will see.
This early on, it's hard to tell, especially if I'm not like looking at their splits, because I don't know what their averages are.
Well, Funk has splits up, but there's no comparisons, so I have nothing to go off of.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately. Wait, how is Tharoah's splits working now? I'm confused.
Maybe they lost their splits from their 109 and they're going off of a different comparison.
No, but Tharoah didn't start the timer at the beginning of the match, and now all of a sudden there's a timer, so I'm like, what?
Oh,
and it seems to be accurate. I was gonna make a joke about how Tharoah's already in lost at X time, but it seems fine to me. Tharoah's apparently got some black magic. Maybe he can pull it out during Metro or something.
Maybe they had their timer running, but it wasn't like visible on their OBS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like minimized or something.
Alright, Funk Factory here had a pretty clean Lost Kingdom, no significant mistakes. They did take the death under the Bridge Moon, so that loses about a second compared to doing the up throw and then rolling. Do you mean 2 seconds, Bob?
2 hours.
That's quite the pace then. They're flying.
Yeah, negative 54 pace. This is pretty epic.
Coming into the Metro Kingdom, it'll be interesting to see Funk Factory having a little bit of trouble with the canopy jump.
Yeah, it looks like Brain just might have not worked for like 0.2 seconds, but we were making some backup moves here. It's all okay, grabbing the sandwich moon.
Tharoah there unfortunately did take a death trying to get that moon under the bridge. so they are gonna have to back that up. That is unfortunate. Will be some time lost. See there, he did go for an up throw. He was trying to get out without dying, but it didn't work.
Yeah, not a bad time though.
Alright, Fun Factory there barely made that elevator cycle on the City Hall interior.
Oh no! It is impossible to re-grab a pole if you fall off. It's just not possible. I don't know what it is about how they program the poles, but like Mario just will not re-grab if you fall off.
No, you'll have to land on solid ground before you can re-grab. That is unfortunate there. Those poles, hitboxes can be a little weird.
Given a couple seconds of potential makeup time here to Tharoah, but quite a bit of time to make up still.
Agreed. Fun Factory is significantly farther ahead at this time.
Yeah, it's not that horrible though. I mean, it's like what, 8? Let me do math real quick here.
Maybe a minute.
It's like a minute and 46 or something like that right now, I think.
I mean, it's definitely not over, but you know, you have to, you know, go where the momentum goes. So we'll have to see, you know, if Funk can keep up this momentum, then Tharoah's gonna really need to play really well in order to keep this up. Let's see how Funk Factory's second cycle goes here. Ooh, that's not the greatest wiggler pattern. But able to pull out the 2 cycle.
Oh no, Tharoah getting a good cycle here in the City Hall, but having some issues making it to the pole. So far looking a little bit cleaner than Funk Factory's City Hall, but obviously Funk Factory had a bit of a mishap.
Right.
It gets the yeet, and that's what's important.
You don't see people fail to eat very often.
Obviously, you haven't been watching my stream, son, because that's like every other run I called her.
Alright. Fun Factor here going for the dram here on the top. This is one of the easier drams, as the pylon is the only thing that Cappy can hold on to up there. Alright, Scoop Clip. Okay, Scoop Clip. Not the fastest, but definitely could have been a lot worse.
Definitely good enough. Anytime I see a player get Scoop Clip in these leagues, I'm pretty hyped, I'm not gonna lie. And going for this cheeky little dram here to make it over to Bench Friends. One of my favorite movements in the game. Even though it's kind of weird.
Well, Bench Friends is such a wholesome moon, you know, you just want to get there as fast as you can.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hang out with the dude for like 2 seconds. He gives you his life savings, and then you just peace out. Pretty wholesome.
I know. We're not great friends. We're really not. You know, in the later game, there's a guy who wants to see a clown, and he's like right on the edge of the city limits, like looking over the edge. And you have to dress up as a clown, and he'll give you a moon. It's one of my least favorite moons in the entire game.
Yeah, there's some strange moons in this game, for sure. There's some moons where it's just like, we could have just had one less moon and not had this one. It would have been okay.
I'm very involved in all moons, so I know them all pretty well.
Yeah, I do not. I think I have like 380 moons or something on my main file, which is pretty lame.
I'm very good friends with the All Moons router, Biako. Tharoah here going with the RC car approach, not too surprised.
What is this? The 3-point turn? I don't like it. What was that? Tharoah is scared of going in reverse. I'm not sure about that one.
Clearly they never did that on their driver's test. You know, the parallel parking and all those stuff where you have to show up to the DMV. You know, that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked that I was allowed to... Oh my god, Tharoah trying to shoot over into empty space. I'm not really sure about that angle, but I'm really not sure how I passed my driver's license exam. I got my driver's license when I was 18 after not taking driver's ed, and then I think I drove a car one time and went and took the driver's test.
Oh goodness.
And yeah, it was fine. I didn't crash into anything, but I'm fairly surprised that they passed me. I had no idea.
I got mine on my 16th birthday, so my story's very different from yours. Alright, fun factor here, needing the hint art in order to get enough coins for the shop moon in Snow Kingdom. Tharoah, though, will not need those because they went for the Sphinx route.
I mean, you might get it anyways. Coins are good. Gotta get money.
I mean, in any percent, you really don't need that many coins. You only buy 2 moons.
I mean, it depends. I mean, you could skip it and save the time, or you could get it, and then if you're way behind in Moon or Moon or Bowser's or something, you can always buy an outfit like Speed did in the last match. So, something to keep in mind. But BDEF100 coming in with a rating party of 13,000 viewers. Welcome in, Club 100 gamers. How are you doing?
Cog you, hope you had a good stream.
Wrapping up Metro here as Tharoah is warping up to the top of the tower here. We'll see how things go. Tower climb can be a bit of a bop. Disocial.
That jump there, you have to be careful because you have to re-warp and then re-jump if you miss it, because there's not an easy way to climb up to that dumpster.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, the soul area is just kind of dicey. I mean, if you fall before you hit the dumpster, if you miss that moon and swing in the breeze, and you fall all the way down, you gotta take the wire back up. Oh, and Tharoah just smacking his face into the tower. Probably not what we were looking for.
Yeah, and this moon they're going for here too, you have to be careful because if the moon isn't on screen long enough, you can just dive straight through it. Super Mario Odyssey has a component similar to a lot of video games where if it's not on screen, it doesn't exist. So if you try and go for that moon and it hasn't been on screen long enough, you will just dive straight through it.
Yeah,
and that's interesting. Tharoah got the hint art, even though they didn't need it. They had enough coins.
See, I told you. You gotta bank those coins in case you need to buy an outfit. I mean, you never know when you need a new pair of pants, or you know, your hole gets a shirt, and your shirt gets a hole in it.
You really don't need it here, though. Interesting, Tharoah here. Seems like they maybe didn't know that you're supposed to roll on the right side, because they just went straight through the center. If you roll, if you hug the right side of the wall, you have a lot less collision with all the people.
Yeah, I'm sure Tharoah knows that, but probably just kind of going through the motions potentially at this point. I know a lot of runners will get kind of disheartened if they're behind at all in a race, but I've done a lot of races with Tharoah. I definitely don't expect him to like give up or anything. Definitely a fighter. But it's easy to make little mental mistakes like that when you start getting behind.
No, I understand that. I just don't know how up they've been keeping with all, like, you know, the strategies and such, with their PV being so old.
Oh my god. Okay, Funk Factory dipping very low near the poison jam here. Let's see if he's able to connect on some sort of triple jump. Not gonna happen.
that is all instant death. It's very easy to die in this room because those blowy joeys can just throw you straight into that death.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. That was a little Monka-esque there.
A little bit monkey-esque,
Managed to
indeed.
survive.
Funk Factory getting the last spiny there out of the Taifu, which is pretty epic and cool.
Truth. In this game, you want to avoid swimming as Mario as much as possible because it's very slow. Whenever you're in water, you want to ideally be a capture.
Yeah, ideally, the next Mario game will just have no water, and then I'll be very happy.
Super Mario Sunshine 2, Mario swimming is just dead slow. Like, it's super slow.
Yeah, I'm not sure who made up the idea for Super Mario Sunshine, but okay, Funk Factory, doing some dances on the ice here. But
Alright, this room is notorious for, like, bonking on nothing. That Funk Factory's in. You can just bonk on literally nothing there.
Hey, I mean, at least it's not SM64. This game, a lot more well-programmed than that game. SM64, you can just, like, literally bonk on air. Like, something will be, like, 5 miles below you, like moving slightly, like a platform, and it'll like create like a giant upwards like invisible wall that you'll just bonk into. So we can count our blessings here.
All right, I mean, you know, this is one of the newer, you know, 3D Mario games, so obviously.
Funk Factory!
Ah! Okay, well that's gonna lose him some time.
Yeah, very good opportunity here for Tharoah to catch up. Okay,
I don't know if it's... I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. Maybe he forgot he died.
Fingers just didn't work.
Could be that. Or their controller just stopped working.
Oh my god. I'm so scared. Okay, removing all the snow. What we like to see.
Alright, yeah, it's not enough for Tharoah to catch completely up, but it does give him some time to save.
Yeah, he's still got to go through the Goomba room though, and grab the moon from Rango room, so definitely still a minute and a half or so behind, but some time saves for sure in snow here, as long as there's no mental meltdowns for the rest of it. But we'll see.
Alright, Funk Factory here, exiting Snow Kingdom a little after 39 minutes. Not too terrible. These Goombas here, you have to be careful because they can just yeet themselves off the edge. And then you have to die to respawn them.
I saw that one, like, spin jump with the Goomba, and I thought for a second there I was gonna start some, like, nutty Goomba vector chain, but unfortunately not gonna be taking the free death from that.
Goombas can actually move very fast if they move on vectors. It's called, whoa, okay. We call it Zumba. You see it in all moons because you have to travel around with the Goomba. We call it Zumba. And if you get the vectors jump, they can go really fast.
So I want to direct everybody's attention to the coin counter and notice that Tharoah is loaded. Meanwhile, Funk Factory only has 131 coins, so something to consider. Tharoah has big dollar bills, and Funk Factory kind of broke right now.
Fortunately, that doesn't really matter in this context. Speaking of dollar bills, if you type exclamation point sophomore in the chat, you get nothing. Or if you type it like that, you can see you can contribute to the prize pool by clicking on the PayPal link there for the winner of the tournament. So, if you have the means to do so, feel free to give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting at $20 right now, so if, with any luck, by the end of the tournament, we'll be able to buy the winners of both tournaments a McDonald's Happy Meal. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. See Funk Factory there, trying to avoid that sea bacon. You could easily take damage on those.
Yeah, if there wasn't
Exactly,
enough,
Bob.
if there wasn't enough pressure to perform before, now that you know that a McDonald's Happy Meal could be on the line potentially, maybe. Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Right, Funk there had a little bit of difficulty at first getting the fish in the right place for fish clip.
Oh my god, Tharoah's camera is the worst I've ever seen. Okay, that's much better. Tharoah somehow coaxed the camera to, like, enter the wall there, which I've never seen before.
Oh goodness. One thing you will see as people get better, their camera movement gets better.
Oh yeah. Camera in any Mario game is ultra important. If you can have, like, consistent camera angles, it's almost necessary to get consistent inputs.
This game having a fully dynamic camera can be pointing at any place at any time. So you really need to keep an eye on that. Oh, Tharoah having some difficulty here with the jet stream moon. Alright, Funk Factory is here heading on out. And we see Tharoah here.
Tharoah is going on an adventure right now. I'm not sure exactly the plan here. Maybe he wants to go for some swag.
I'm not sure why they grabbed that Gushin, to be honest with you.
Okay, okay. I'm pausing.
Okay.
Fast.
Oh, they also took a fish. They took a fish bong too. To lose them a second.
That was pretty swag. I've never seen anybody grab a Gushin to get here before, but that's pretty sick.
Not 100% sure why he did that. Don't think it's faster, but okay.
Tharoah's certainly balling out. I mean, Tharoah's got the dollars, he's got the moves. I'm not sure what else you need to, honestly, secure a win here. I think the winner is decided based on chat and vote, right? It's not based on time.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
But so you gotta be careful with those jokes, Saren, because you're the tournament authority here. So if I say it, they won't believe me, but if you say it, they might believe you.
I mean, nobody should believe what I say at this point. I don't remember that at all, Oddgate.
Yeah, throw there. Ooh, I don't know if their fish is in the right spot.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Your fish can be, like, kind of anywhere over there. As long as it gets close enough to the edge, you're pretty solid.
It scared me a little, about clipping back in bounds.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not an all captures tournament.
Are you sure?
We do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, it says any % on the screen.
I haven't read the rules yet, so I'm not sure.
Oh, really? I see. Okay.
All I know is that you gotta collect moons. Whoever goes fastest wins, I think. I'll just, like, end the timer when they get on they beat the bosser, I guess, right?
Right, yeah, definitely.
You beat Bowser on moon, and then the game's over, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely how it works.
Alright, cool. Alright, so Funk cruising through luncheon here. Gonna be heading over into the town. And Tharoah just catching up here. Quite a bit behind in the Odyssey right now. Listen to Campy ramble on about probably backflips or something.
Yeah, Cappy will not only tell you about tricks, but he will also tell you the reason Bowser has come to this kingdom. In this particular reason, Bowser wants the stew for his wedding, made in Luncheon Kingdom. Every kingdom, with the exception... No. Ah!
Tharoah's having a lot of trouble here.
Every kingdom, with the exceptions of the ones where like the bosses knock you out of the air, Bowser goes there for a reason, to gather something for his wedding with Peach, whether it be the ring, the dress, the food, the flowers, etc. It's all that lore we're skipping when we skip the cutscenes. Alright, Funk here heading into the Forks room. Definitely bop of the music. Very emotion control heavy.
So I'm thinking potentially the strat here for Tharoah is maybe just get enough coins to try to buy off the Mecha Brutal and just make the Mecha Brutal blow up instantly. I'm not sure if that's a strat yet. I haven't seen that before. Something I just thought of might work.
Maybe we should give that a try.
Yeah, I don't want to get MeWe on the case.
Okay. Yeah, I saw MeWe went for a 2DSS in their run, but they didn't get it. Sad.
Yeah, so did Speed. I think it's a rule. If you play against MeWe, you have to go for 2DSS.
Yeah, 2DSS is in very few RTA runs. Most people don't try it. Because it's very risky, it's right at the end of the run, and it's hard. I don't think Mitch did 2DSS in the record. Pretty sure he didn't.
I think there's potentially a meme about buying off the mech, but I'm not entirely certain.
Oh, okay. Meme about buying off the mech, okay. You gotta be careful there on those rock candy mountains, because their geometry is very easy to just roll straight off. Tharoah here, not taking a super optimal route. I mean, like, path, you know. Movement does save the most time in this game, and taking, you know, the straightest line from one point to another is what's going to save time, and I'm seeing less good lines from Tharoah than I am from Fun Factory. That's just something that comes with time and experience. Alright, grabbing the meat, heading into the stew pot for the first multi-moon of Luncheon Kingdom, and then we'll be heading straight on out.
So I got two issues with that piece of meat. So number one, the term "shake the meat" just opens way too many windows for innuendos, especially in chat rooms with 12-year-olds in them. And number two...
No, 13. No. That's TOS. Monkey
oh,
TOS.
sorry. Excuse me. 13-year-olds. We all know that kids have never lied about their age on Twitch.tv. That's never happened before.
Nope.
But my other issue I have with that slab of meat is the fact that it tells you to press B to twitch the meat or whatever, but it's like the only thing in the game that you can't shake, except for it's literally, you're physically shaking it, but you can't shake to shake it. Like, I don't know, it irritates me. Like, you shake to run, you shake to, like, jump, you shake to do everything in this game, but to shake the meat, you gotta press B.
This is true. Motion controls don't work with the meat, and I'm not quite sure why.
It was just too hard to program, I guess. I have no idea. Seems very odd.
Alright, Tharoah here going for the faster strat of getting up this wall of Pepto-Bismol, but that's their third failed attempt there.
Yep. But not breaking the... Okay, just going for the elevator strat here. Let's go.
Alright, we see Funk here heading into Ruin Kingdom. We don't really expect to see very much change in Ruin Kingdom. Unless you die, nothing really changes. Alright, they just got the toad.
I think we've only seen one death in Ruined in Cool Cat Gang history, so it'd be very epic to see, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, no one likes to see it. I mean, it's very sad. It's
I love to see Ruined deaths, I don't know about that.
Oh goodness. I mean, it doesn't happen very often.
I'm opting for chaos and crazy speedrun antics.
And you should have invited Chaos Pringle.
I'm not sure. Is Chaos considered a freshman? I'm not sure. I feel like Chaos might be involved with this game a little too much.
I think Chaos would be a little too advanced to get a freshman. I mean, he does have a 58.
Definitely right on the line, I would say.
I'm sure he would just whip out an ult though and just not tell anyone it's him, so. Well, a while back there was a person who didn't use a mic or a face cam and no one had ever heard of them before and they were like a sub-hour contender and everyone was like super sus. Like, who the heck is this person? We have no idea who they are. And then it turned out to be Chaos on an ult. No mic and no face cam, so.
Nice. Gonna make the leaderboard mods a little bit nervous. It's all good.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, for those of you in the chat, if you just want to go to a random chat and say, like, I got sub-hour, if you're not, like, on the precipice of a sub-hour, no one's gonna believe you, because we know everyone who's capable of getting it. Like, Lightron, who was just on a little bit ago, they just got sub-hour, like, yesterday. It was pretty pog, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Lightron's a powerhouse. Got a lot of respect for Lightron.
It's got a pretty cool French accent. Says Allison really nicely. So.
That's the most important part.
I like how he says my name, so.
So Tharoah is now an entire Ruined Kingdom behind here. No death out of Funk Factory from the evil dragon, unfortunately.
Right. So maybe like 2 minutes.
I'm trying to whip out some black magic here for Tharoah, but it's just not working. What could happen? What could happen in Bowser's to Funk Factory? Let's see. Mech could kill him.
I mean, you could die on mech, theoretically.
Alright, so we're just gonna say that Funk Factory is going to have a perfect mech, including target acquired. That's my black magic for the day.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
I mean, even with a perfect mech, I don't know if that'd be enough. Right, Fun Factory here, getting the ogre pretty easily. You see Tharoah here taking the intended damage. This is one of a few. Ruined is one of a couple of kingdoms where you take intentional damage. Including Cloud Kingdom. It's another place where intentional damage is used.
So I'm noticing right now Tharoah is opting to not free Captain Toad, which is incredibly unacceptable in my opinion.
Well, I mean, if they haven't been playing for that long, I mean, it's possible they don't even know that it's there. Because if they were released in a soft patch a while ago, and those 2D hint tarts are not part of the original game. Are they playing on 1.3?
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Yes? Okay, so they're there. They may not know they're there. Fun fact, 1.3 actually came out while the top 4 runners at the time were actually at a tournament together in person. So like all of the top people were in person at like a tournament racing thing. I think it was called Pace.
Yeah, it was at Pace. I think they still played out 1.0 though.
They did. I mean, it came out like the first day, so they didn't even get a chance to, like, you know, get to know it first. They'd have to change their route because they did first Moonskin. And you can't do it on 1.3.
Yeah, probably didn't even know it saved time at that point.
No, probably not. Hadn't been time yet. Okay, we see Fun Factory here taking the Topper first approach, which is an unfortunate situation. Of course, this being one of the longest running memes in the history of the SMO community, whether or not you're Topper first or Harriet first. You can fight with people to the death about it. Seen it happen many times. Alright, Funk here on Harriet. Harriet is accepted to be the easier of these two Brutals. I wonder if Tharoah here is going to go for the Burb Dram. Nope. Okay. So then they'll either go for the Glory Hole Moon and Shards, or the Crate Scan. But with the older route, I'm expecting the Glory Hole Moon.
I honestly don't know.
I mean, the Crates Moon wasn't used, like, earlier on. And the Burb Dram is a little bit more consistent than the Crates is, because Crates is a little riskier.
I'm like 99% sure he does Glory Hole as well, but honestly, Tharoah sometimes just, like, tries to ball out. Like, I know you went for Scoot Clip for a long time. Or not a long time, but for a while.
Well, he didn't go for it in this run.
Yeah, thankfully. I think you just got mad at the RC car one day and just decided to do Scoot Clip for a while.
Alright, Funk here going for the Crates Moon. Okay. Pretty easy there for them. No issues.
Definitely took it safe. They're having some troubles with the shards, though.
And right now, you know, Funk is definitely taking this jump also very safe. They waited and turned their camera. They were very patient about it. I think Funk probably realizes he's ahead and just needs to, like, you know, play somewhat good to win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the huge thing here is that Funk Factory, A, doesn't die and escape, and B, doesn't die on mech. Those would be, like, the two potential lead shifters at this point.
Alright, yeah, it does look like the row here is going for the Glory Hole Moon.
Very cool.
Alright, we see a burbless attempt here from Fun Factory.
And that's one of those places you can really see camera differences, and, like, I suppose you wouldn't really see it in a high-level runner, because high-level runners won't go for that Glory Hole Moon. But, like...
Oh, Topper acquired.
Oh, okay. That's a game
Topper acquired. Got it pretty well without the burb. Got Topper acquired, so good mech so far from Fun Factory.
Yeah, nutty mech so far, I would say. Okay, they're going for the outside movement to get to this moon. Interesting. Go for Harriet last year, so Fun Factory not going for TA.
TA's pretty hard, so I don't blame him.
Oh!
Oh.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Alright, Funk has dodged the biggest bullet, I would say, so far in the last minutes of the run.
Definite. Okay, Tharoah here, Harriet first, so equal distribution.
This is PB pace, isn't it? I mean, once Funk gets out of Moon, it's gonna be tight. Maybe not. It's close though. Could definitely get like a 107, I think.
Right. I mean, it's probably not PB pace, but it's still a pretty good run for Funk, for sure. That mech was pretty good. You know, there really weren't any mistakes. They didn't fall off. They got up pretty well. So, you know, definitely dodging a bullet there.
If I were to have to guess, Funk Factory's gonna keep playing like a nut and get like a 106.30. That's my estimation. It's my guesstimation.
106.30?
Oh,
You
sorry,
think they're gonna
107.30. That's what I meant.
Oh, it's like, oh my god, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, 107.30 is possible, but less likely. I mean, they could still probably get a 107 if they play well.
Chat does not believe in Funk Factory. Got it. Got it. I understand. I'm writing it in my logs.
Well, Bob does. Bob thinks he can get a 107 2x.
I mean, Bob's got that #1 next to his name. Bob's got the Funk Factory supporter badge. Very cool.
True. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's PB pace, but still could definitely 107. And, you know, as long as Funk Factory doesn't, like, royally screw up in the 2D section, it's looking like a win from him. And I'm not expecting a burbless mech from Tharoah. However, you know, I could always be surprised.
Oh no, he's gonna keep that bird. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Unless he's listening and he just wants to spite me, but...
No, he's deafened, so I doubt it. Alright, first try Mooncave skip Funk Factory. So, keeping up his pace pretty well.
Yeah, just kind of cruising through Moon. This Bowser fight generally doesn't trip people up too much. But we'll see. Okay, never mind. I got really excited as I saw Tharoah next to the leg. I was like, let's go! No birdless.
Yeah, people do that to shield themselves from the bombs that Bowser spits out before spitting out the burb. Bowser, the Mecha Brutal, does have to spit out 2 bombs before Bird even becomes available. So, people kind of go there for safekeeping. Let's see here.
Okay. Tharoah jumping the gun a little bit on that topper hit, but does get it second try.
Alright. You gotta be careful around those ears when you're jumping towards them. Because if you don't have the height, you can bump into them.
Yeah, those ears can be brutal for sure.
Because it's the Mecha Brutal, but And if you pay attention to Bowser's hair, like, you know, in these fights, I swear like 10% of Nintendo's graphics money just went into Bowser's hair. so elegant and flowing. You know, 10% went into the hair and like 20% went into the Ruined Dragon. You know. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I doubt I am.
Seems
legit. Oh no! Tharoah here falling off of the mech in the second phase, and they actually had their burb killed here by those spinning pinwheels.
Yeah, a bit of a mech meltdown right now, but last Brutal gonna go down here.
And they didn't climb the leg either, they hit the bomb with 2 legs. This is actually the intended strat.
Oh,
That's how
there's
Nintendo,
2 Brutals left. What?
That's how Nintendo wanted you to do it. The way that Tharoah is right now.
Oh no! Why?
Okay, Tharoah there was intending to stick the burb into the Mecha Brutal to stay on top, but that didn't happen. Alright, 2D skip, first try from Funk Factory.
Yeah, Funk just kind of hitting the cruise control.
Seems like it. I mean, this is definitely a 107 pace, for sure. Not quite a 106 unless they're just out of their mind in pillars.
Yeah, I don't think it's physically possible. Low 107 could come in. Could even be lower than Bob Loves Cheese estimate. Could be a 106.10 or something. Or 107.10.
It's possible. Yeah, it could be a 107.10. We see Tharoah here is exiting Bowser's Kingdom as Funk is pretty much finishing up the race. So this is almost a 5-minute difference between these runners.
Yeah, Tharoah kind of falling apart in the later kingdoms, but Funk going to be closing things out with a low 107.
Definitely.
We'll see what is going to be very close to PB, honestly. Everyone was saying, nah, he can't PB. He's so close. So close.
Yeah, it looks like 18 seconds off PB. Yep, 18 seconds.
Yeah, that is crazy close to PB there for Funk Factory.
Right, big GG's in the chat for Funk Factory. Very good run from him. Only 18 seconds off PB.
Oh yeah, I forgot Tharoah doesn't have audio. Here, I'll just improvise. Okay, back to
Funk's audio.
Yeah, we'll just listen to credits music while Tharoah rolls through here. I could try Mario sounds. I mean,
I think Funk undeafened now, so he can hear us.
Oh, very epic.
Yeah, big GG's to Funk Factory. Clean run, only 18 seconds off PB. Big win over Tharoah here. Looking at like a 5-6 minute difference. Tharoah unfortunately kinda did fall apart in the mech fight. Killing the burb, falling off.
Yeah, out of all the things you can melt down on in the game, I mean, the mech fight, it happens. At least it wasn't like dying to meme tree 7 times in a row or something.
True. Okay, Tharoah here is not getting enough height on their Mooncave skip. They failed it twice. They're not getting enough height onto that third wall there. They're not high enough.
Too far right. Oh, it worked.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
Ah!
Hey, at least he knew he wasn't gonna make it.
The worst thing too is when you get up but then you fail that dive over. That's the worst.
Yeah. And you just fall all the way down.
You can die too if you fall in the wrong spot, so. And then if most people don't get any checkpoints, then you end up back at the Odyssey. Right, heading into the Bowser's fight, we did not see him go for Fast Hats and Cloud, so I'm not expecting to see them here. Looks like they didn't properly home in on the white cap here in the first phase.
Regardless, it's good to see Tharoah finishing off this run. Especially considering, I'm not even sure what his lowest time has been recently, but I know he's been hitting like 115s pretty regularly, so Tharoah's not playing at a sub 110 potential right at the moment. So it's good to see that he's not, discouraged by the mech meltdown or losing the race or anything like that, just continuing on.
Well, not to say he's not discouraged, he still could be discouraged, but he's continuing
impossible.
nonetheless.
Tharoah's mentality is top-notch.
Oh, really?
Mental fortitude is incredibly strong in this one.
I see. I see.
I've never seen Tharoah have a meltdown or get mad or quit a game or yell at his TV.
I feel like you're being facetious here.
Nope. Yes, the force is very strong. The midichlorian count in Tharoah's brain is like 8 billion.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Force positive gamer.
I see.
It would have been sick to see a Funk Factory PB, but it's good to see him play very close to PB.
You know, it's sick to see anyone PB. I mean, there are pace pals for a reason.
Yeah, the hype is real.
You know, whenever someone's on pace, if you're not in the Odyssey Discord, there's a channel where people post when people are on PB or world record pace. And you can tell, like, when the top runners are, like, in Bowser's or Moon Kingdom, their viewer count is super high. Because everyone wants to be there when they get that PB or that world record.
Alright, we're out of game audio. I'm scared.
No 2D skip here from Tharoah. Right. Fairly clean 2D section, but no 2D skip. They did take it fairly safe. They might not be comfortable with 2D skip. Alright, heading into the Pillars room. Unfortunately, we cannot give you the anime music jam.
No, don't worry, I got it. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm piping it through YouTube, it's fine.
I see, okay. I'm not listening to the stream audio, I'm just listening to the VC, so... Alright, heading into the Pillars room. Obviously the object is to get these pillars down as quick as possible, and the fastest way to do that is to hit them with fireballs. But your fireballs can be eaten by all this debris that's falling down from the sky.
Whoa. No, it's totally the audio, Zane. You can hear it.
Imitate.
Whoa.
Oh goodness. For some reason here, Funk Factory was revisiting Snow Kingdom. Oh good lord. This is a little bit cringe, not gonna lie. Alright. Oh goodness. Okay. So we got a 113.58 from Tharoah. GG's to both gamers. GG's in the chat. And Funk and Tharoah, you can unmute for a post-game interview. 113.58 from Tharoah. GG's to both gamers on the win.
Yeah, GG for sure.
Well, at least that part of Tharoah's audio worked. Tharoah had no game. You had no game audio the entire time, and then I had your game audio on at the last part, and you joined the call, and all I hear is us really loud. So yeah, next race maybe look into that one. But congrats on finishing your gamer round with a 113. How do you feel?
Well, you know, yeah, I was actually, you know, I know you don't call anything D-Rust with me, but it was actually a really good run for me. Like Metro Night was really, really good for me. I don't know. I just, after Mech, I knew it was over. Like, you know, falling off twice. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I was pretty happy with the beginning.
Yeah, I think you played pretty well for the first half of the race for sure. Obviously, Mech was a bit of a bop, but Funk Factory with the win, almost a PB. How are you feeling about that run, Funk Factory?
That was pretty good. Started off a little sloppy with fast hats, and Cloud was like really messy on the last hat. Not sure what happened there. But I think I had a really good, Luncheon was like 655, and then Bowser's was an 828. So pretty happy with that.
I was pretty hyped when you got the topper acquired there on the mech.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun trick. It's like one of my easiest parts of mech for some reason. Like I have more trouble with the third hit than the second one.
And you played very close to your PB, so obviously you played, very well. Are you happy with this run?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was pretty fun, and yeah, I wanted to thank the commentators too. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I noticed Tharoah had to mute halfway through, or deafen, presumably because I was ripping on him too much, but potentially just needed to focus up. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah. Saren was filling me in on some of your guys' history, so...
Oh god, I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch this VOD.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't pick on you too much.
I will say this, the biggest part that I was super excited for was the, because one of my milestones since coming back and kind of playing SMO has been Sand Kingdom, and that was an 1141 exit for me, so I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I was trying to hype that up. I mean, getting sub 12 out of sand with like a beginner sand route is actually kind of hard.
It was a lot of fun though. It was a really good sand.
Glad to hear it. Any final words from the runners?
Nope, GG again to Funk Factory. I kind of went into this race knowing that I was going to get wrecked, but I actually had a lot of fun.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, same. GG for sure.
All right, well, stick around, everybody. We got one more match coming up for the day. It's going to be me versus Zach, which should be an absolute spaghetti fest. So if you like spaghetti or any sort of Italian pasta or anything like that, definitely stick around. But yeah, shouts to Fun Factory and Tharoah. Let's plug him again in the chat. Make sure you go follow. Oh, we already did that. Let's go.
Yeah,
Allison on the case. Love to see it. And we'll be back in like question mark amount of minutes, however long it takes me to set up my Switch minutes. So stick around.